Alright, so we've been redoing our patio, and we've been using this Walkmaker concrete mold with some cement liquid coloring to build out the rest of this patio. And today I'm going to show you how to do one of them. We've done a lot of them. Lessons were learned, and so I'm going to show you and share with you guys some of the lessons that I learned doing all of these ones, especially those ones. The first ones we started looked really crappy. But then we kind of got a good flow later on. So I want to show you what to do and what not to do. All right. So first of all, the key to good success and a good form is to make sure that the mold is on the ground, it's flat, it's not wobbling, and it's leveled. Right. So after you put it down, what you want to do is you want to make sure that it's leveled with the other stones around it. Right. So you just use a level and just check it like this. It's okay if it's a little bit of a slant. This patio, this side is a little high, that side is a little below, so it's kind of slanted like this, but just make sure that it's kind of flat and it's even with the rest of it. Then you can take some, you can spray and spray it. This makes it a little bit easier for it to come apart when you're done. Put it back kind of where it was. Now, if you're going to be doing more than about 10 of these, I suggest you invest a few $100 and get yourself a cement mixer. We started out without one, just mixing our concrete in the barrel, and we got about a quarter way through this thing, and it was just taking way too long. With a concrete mixer, I can mix two 80-pound bags. That gives me about 8 molds that I can fill in with that. So when you're scooping it into the mold, it's important to get it inside all the cavities, and try to do as much work with your shovel as you can. So you can shovel it on top, put it a little bit further from you, and then just kind of pull it towards you, so it goes through in all the cavities, and kind of use the side of the shovel to just kind of jam it in there. It's going to save you a lot of time later on. And just kind of push it in there. Now these ones are a different color than those ones because these ones we did last night, and it takes about 2 or 3 days for the color to fully set. So after maybe 2 days or so, they'll start looking like those pinkish ones, like those ones over there. All right, and don't be afraid to use your shovel, kind of like a spatula, and just kind of push it down and get it into all these little nooks and crannies. Get yourself some gloves. And just start scooping it into all the cavities, making sure that each one is full. Now, start out by, once you come over here so you can see better. So like this one was empty, I want to fill in the bottom and just kind of press down on it with my fingers, make sure that the concrete is nice and compacted in there. Sometimes what you will see is you fill in a cavity like this, and it looks kind of full. But it's not, right? So when you push down with your fingers like this, and you see how much empty space there actually is in there, right? Because it's not being packed very tightly all the way. And then if you square it, push it down, you still see that there's some more space left. One other thing you can do, we have a lot of concrete, so we're gonna have a lot left over. So I'm not being very economical here, but one thing you can also do, before you put the concrete in the mold, you can take some gravel, some stones, kind of fill it up. I saw some Russian guy do it on YouTube. Just want to give him the credit. That way you can save a little bit on concrete. But for us, what it turns out is if you mix two 80-pound bags, we can fill 2 molds, and then we still have a little bit of concrete left. So we'll use that to make bricks and stuff like that. But if you're not going to use anything extra, then there's no point in putting the gravel in there. Because then still gonna have things left over. Smooth it out and push it closer to the edge. And it should look something like this. Take any extras, put it back back in the wheelbarrow. And then you want to come in with your trout. So this is the key part right here. So make sure that when you fill it up with concrete, it's filled up to the top, right? So you don't want it to be, you want it to be flat on top essentially, right? Then you glide your trout on it. You want to go a couple times in each direction to make sure that it's flat. You see how it's smoothing it out? Don't do individual ones. Just do the whole thing from side to side. And you want to push down a little bit when you do it, but not enough to make a dent anywhere else. This is some key advice here. What are you talking about?